Hey, what up guys, Gangstapranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling review for July 21st. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling. From news, reviews, to predictions, we talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. On today's show, we got reviews for Money in the Bank, Raw, Smackdown, Impact, Ring of Honor, and a little bit of wrestling news. So I want to jump off right into it. First, we had Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, I thought was a pretty good show. I enjoyed most of it. And, yeah, so let's just go through real quick. So first match was the Smackdown Money in the Bank. You had Christian, Ziggler, Tenzai, Santino, Damian Sando, Cody Rhodes, Sin Cara, and I believe that's it. So it was a really good match. There was a lot of botches, but it was still really good. Like, it was a fun match to watch, a fun opener. There were some crazy spots. They tried to do the same spot as last year, where Sin Cara got powerbombed through a ladder, but he didn't go through the ladder this year. And then after that, like Ziggler. Okay, so the ladder was set up on the outside, from the announce table to like the ring apron, and then Tenzai powerbombed Sin Cara, and then you had Ziggler attack Tenzai, and Tenzai just turns around and chucks Ziggler, like he fucking threw him, and I fucking thought Ziggler was gonna get hurt because he fucking landed like head first into a chair. I'm like, holy fucking shit, he's fucked up. But I don't think he ended up being injured, but he did end up winning Money in the Bank, which was fucking cool. So yeah, I see big things for Ziggler, man. Like, he's on such a roll right now. I definitely think he could be a future world champion. Definitely. So anyways, next we had Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for the world title. It was a good match. Sheamus won. After the match, Ricardo Rodriguez and Del Rio attacked Sheamus. Ziggler came out, and before he could cash in his briefcase, Sheamus hits him with a brogue kick, so it didn't count. Kind of cool that they teased that. I think they might end up having another triple threat match. Which I wouldn't mind because they had a solid match on SmackDown when they had that triple threat before. So if they end up having another one, or it looks, whatever, I'll save it for SmackDown, or no, is it Raw? I don't know, but it looks like I'll just talk about it now. Whatever. On Raw, it looks like they're teasing a Ziggler Jericho feud, and they're definitely doing a Del Rio Rey Mysterio feud. So maybe they might have like a championship scramble match, all 5 of them for the world title. That'd be pretty fucking cool. So yeah, just my predictions there. Or maybe it could be a 4-way and then Ziggler cashes in. I don't know. Next we had the Primetime Players versus Epco and Primo. Pretty good match. Epco and Primo win. Next we got CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan in a no DQ match for the WWE title with special guest ref AJ. This was a really good match. Probably my match of the night. Punk won. The only thing I had a problem with this match was the ending. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere. I would have liked to see like a Go to Sleep or an Anaconda Vice. But it was whatever. I just would have liked to see a more complete ending. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere, like I said before. So yeah, but anyways, it was a really good match. They went like almost 30 minutes or something. It was bananas. They beat the shit out of each other. It was crazy. With Singapore Canes, man, they gotta be fucking sore. But really good match. Definitely check it out. Next we got Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex versus Ryback in a handicap match. Okay match. Ryback wins. Next we got Layla, Tamina, and Caitlyn versus Beth Phoenix, Eve, and Natalya. Okay match as well. Layla, Tamina, and Caitlyn win. And the main event was the Raw Money in the Bank. Last minute edition was The Miz. He came out during the pay-per-view and was like, you know what, I'm going to come back and I'm going to win, blah, blah, blah. So it ended up being The Miz versus Kane versus Cena versus Big Show versus Jericho for the Money in the Bank. This was also a really good match. Cena won, which I'm okay with, because, like I mentioned this on the predictions, like, do you really want to see Big Show and Punk? Jericho and Punk, as good as it was, we already saw it for a couple months. Kane and Punk, I don't think anyone really wants to see that. Do you really want to see Miz and Punk? Like, fuck no. And then, Cena, and they had their feud before, so that's the logical answer. So yeah, overall, I did like Money in the Bank. I thought it was pretty good. The Money in the Bank matches were fun to watch. The Daniels-Bryan match, Daniel Bryan. I said Daniels, like Christopher Daniels. Anyways, the Bryan Punk match, that was fucking awesome. And yeah, so go check those matches out. Money in the Banks and the Punk. Shit. I have to go watch the whole thing. I don't know, the Sheamus vs. Del Rio one, it was kind of slow, but it was still pretty good. The tag team match, that was a fun surprise. So yeah, watch the whole show. But if you're like, I don't want to watch the whole show, watch your 2 Money in the Banks and the WWE title match. So next we had Raw. First was CM Punk. He came out, talks about being the WWE champion, talks about the 1000th episode of Raw. Big Show comes out, they go back and forth, setting their match up for later tonight, or later that night. First match, Primetime Players versus Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. Tag team title match, pretty good match. R-Truth and Kofi win. Next we got Zack Ryder versus Alberto Del Rio. Okay match, Del Rio wins. After the match, Del Rio continues attacking Ryder until Rey Mysterio makes his return. Good to see Mysterio. It's been a while, definitely over a year. He had the injury and the suspension, so I don't know how he's gonna be. Like, he's probably gonna tone his style down just because he doesn't want to risk another knee injury. But he came back. He looked good. He hit the 619, and yeah, it's good to see him back. Next we have Heath Slater versus another returning person. This time it was Rikishi. It was whatever. Just Rikishi beat up Slater and won, and then he danced with his sons. Since they were in Las Vegas, I would have liked to seen The Godfather. I think that would have been so fucking cool. But Rikishi's still good. It was good to see Rikishi. Maybe, I think they should have brought out Scotty 2 Hotty as well. That would have been fucking awesome. They hit the worm, and they fucking dance. That would have been so cool. Anyways, whatever. Next, Daniel Bryan and AJ versus Miz and Eve. Okay match. Bryan and AJ win. After the match, Bryan tells AJ he loves her and then proposes to her, and she says yes. And they're going to get married on the 1000th episode of Raw. Not a big fan of fucking weddings, because it always does anyone ever get married in the fucking weddings? I mean, I think the only people that got married, that actually got married and something didn't fuck up, was Billy and Chuck. No, hold on. No, because I swear Eric Bischoff was the priest. He pulled off the mask. I don't know. Has there ever been a successful wedding? Well, no, something always goes wrong, because I'm thinking Eric Young and ODB, they got married. Rosita and Sarita came out. Yeah, and a wedding never goes fucking according to plan, so there's going to be some shit going down. And we'll talk about that more on SmackDown in just a second. So next we got Jack Swagger versus Ryback. Blah match, no one won. Next we got Dolph Ziggler comes out and talks about how he's going to cash in Money in the Bank and become the new world champ. Jericho comes out and Ziggler says Jericho hasn't won a match in forever, and he's getting old, and is he losing his touch? Jericho didn't even say anything, he just played it off, he's kind of upset by the comment, and then he hit him with a code breaker. This could definitely be a good feud. Another awesome, like Jericho, he's awesome. Ziggler, he's awesome, and I think it's an interesting feud. Saying Ziggler, he's definitely an up and coming superstar, and Jericho, he hasn't won a match in a while, and is he slipping? I think it's cool. I'd definitely like to see a match between them at SummerSlam or something. What's the next I think that's the next pay-per-view, SummerSlam. Yeah, because it's August. Yeah, SummerSlam. So yeah, that was good. Next we got Brodus Clay versus JTG. Blah match. Brodus wins. And the main event, Big Show versus CM Punk. Good match. Punk wins by DQ after Big Show shoves the referee. Then he attacks Punk until John Cena comes out. Cena comes out, says he'll be cashing in his Money in the Bank on the 1000th episode of Raw. So going into Raw, the 1000th episode, man, I'm so hyped. We got the wedding, which is whatever. We got this title match. We got The Rock returning. Lesnar's gonna return. You're gonna have fucking surprises out the ass. I am so fucking hyped. And fucking DX is supposed to come out and start off Raw. Oh my god. Bananas. This is gonna be fucking bananas. I'm so excited for the 1000th episode of Raw. Next we got TNA Impact. It starts out with James Storm. He comes out, talks about a bunch of different things. And it was open fight night, so you had people challenging people to matches. He challenged Kurt Angle to a match. Angle never came out because he was attacked backstage by the Aces and Eights, which it was whatever to start the show. Next we got Samoa Joe versus D'Angelo De Niro. Okay match. Samoa Joe wins. Next we got Robbie E versus Jeff Hardy. Okay match. Robbie E wins. Next we got the Gut Check Challenge. Sam Shaw. Never heard of him. He was supposed to have a match, but he didn't get to because he got jumped by the Aces and Eights as well. Next we got Mr. Anderson versus AJ Styles. Good match. Anderson wins. After the match, Claire comes out and shows AJ pics that she took in bed of them. Whatever. Next we got RVD versus Christopher Daniels. Pretty good match. Daniels wins. Next we got Bully Ray versus Magnus. Pretty good match. Bully wins. And last but not least, we have Bobby Roode and Austin Aries. Good match. No one wins after the Aces and Eights come out again and attack Aries. Roode tries to buddy up with them, but they take him out as well. So, interesting episode of Impact. It was whatever. It was an okay show. It was an average Impact. So yeah. Moving on, next we got Smackdown. It starts out with Rey Mysterio, who comes out and says it's good to be back. Del Rio comes out and they go back and forth and shit. Ziggler comes out and says Del Rio screwed him at Money in the Bank. They argue, but then they turn their attention to Mysterio. Sheamus comes out to back up Mysterio, and this sets up like a match for later on in the show. Next we got Hunico, Camacho, and Primetime Players versus Epco, Primo, Kofi Kingston, and R-Truth in an 8-man tag. Pretty good match. Hunico, Camacho, and the Primetime Players win. After the match, Big Show comes out and takes out everybody. Next we got Damian Sandow versus Zack Ryder. Okay match. Sandow wins. Next we got Christian comes out for the Peep Show. His guests are Daniel Bryan and AJ. Christian asks them a bunch of questions. One of them upsets AJ, so she slaps Christian. Then Christian says Bryan has a match against somebody. And so it's Daniel Bryan versus Kane. Pretty good match. Kane wins by DQ. So this is what I'm expecting. So anyways, after the match, I'll just tell my thoughts in a second. So after the match, AJ and Kane just kind of look at each other. And then AJ and Bryan kiss, and you kind of look at Kane, and he's like staring at them. So I don't know if I definitely expect Kane to do something at the wedding. I don't know why he's so intrigued with the relationship. He's the one that dumped AJ, so I don't know why he's still interested. Whatever. Next we got Heath Slater versus another returning legend. This time it was half of Legion of Doom, Animal. It was a blah match. Slater wins. Or no, who won? I think I wrote down Slater wins. I don't know if he does though. I think Animal won. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Animal. And the main event is Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio and Sheamus. Good match. Sheamus and Mysterio win. After Ricardo Rodriguez gets involved, it was a DQ. After the match, Del Rio hits his finisher on Sheamus. Ziggler goes to cash in the Money in the Bank, but instead he gets a 619 and a bro kick. Again, he didn't get to cash in, but he still got his briefcase. Next, we got Ring of Honor TV. It was just a highlight show for the pay-per-view that happened a few weeks ago. So if you didn't watch the pay-per-view, go check that out. So yeah, that was that. Next, we got some news. Two big things. First, TNA has signed Chavo Guerrero. He's supposed to debut next week. I don't really have any feelings on this. Like, they've been bringing in a lot of talent lately. A lot. They just had the X Division thing. They have the gut check thing every month. So, like, they're always bringing in new talent. I don't really think they need Chavo. Like, that's my opinion. But I think he should be a solid addition to the X Division. Maybe he might team up with Hernandez for another Mexican America LAX type tag team, which would be whatever. But I think he's probably going to be, like, in the X Division, probably going to feud with Zima Ion. So, I don't know, it's whatever. I would like to see guys like that they had before. I'd like to see Sanjay come back. Kenny King. Who else? Mason Andrews. Shit, there was one guy. What's the other guy's name? Fuck, I'm not remembering. I would like to see Rubik's back too. Just like, yeah, so I think they should sign those guys instead of Chavo. That's just my opinion, though. Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts on Chavo coming to TNA? What do you think they're going to use him as? Do you think they're going to use him as an X Division type guy? Do you think they're going to do what I said with Hernandez, an LAX type tag team? Like, let me know in the comments. I want to know your thoughts. And last but not least, THQ has revealed a special edition for WWE 13. It is a Stone Cold themed special edition. It contains a bunch of stuff, so you're going to get like a signed autograph. I don't know if it's actually going to be like signed autograph or just some like thing that they copied a bunch of times and put in the cases. You're going to get some DLC for Austin. I know his that stupid bike he had for his entrance, that's part of it. The ATV, that's it. You're going to get like a shirt for him. There's supposed to be a DVD, his DVD that WWE did for him. And just, yeah, so a bunch of stuff. So it definitely looks cool. I don't know if I'd buy it. I probably am going to buy it, to be honest. I don't know why I'm saying that. You get a DVD. I don't know how much it's going to cost, though. Let me see if it says it. No, there's no price on it, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know if it's just if you pre-order it, you get it, or if you're going to have to shell out maybe 10 or 15 bucks more to get the special edition. I have no idea. But it looks interesting. If you're a fan of Austin, you're definitely going to buy it, like, for sure. If you're just like a casual wrestling fan, I think you can miss out on it. There's nothing like you're gonna get. You just get some stuff for Austin. So if you're a huge Austin fan, get it. If you're a huge WWE 13 fan, get the game. What I'm trying to say is, like, if you don't have the money, you're not really gonna miss out on anything. So yeah, so it's whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah. So that's it for the weekly wrestling review, guys. Not a lot of stuff. We had just one pay-per-view and shows. Next week we're gonna have the 1000th episode of Raw. I'm fucking hyped up for that. I'm so ready to watch it. So yes, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about Chavo, and are you gonna pick up the collector's edition for WWE 13? Let me know those two things in the comments. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Come back next week where I do reviews for the 1000th episode of Raw, Smackdown, Impact, Ring of Honor, and some more wrestling news. I don't believe there's any pay-per-views coming up. So yeah, I think it's just the regular show. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Catch us next time. Peace out.